Guys, here are the consequences for false pulling the fire alarm in a public building. Anyone who maliciously activates a fire alarm in any building, it's guilty of a Class 1 misdemeanor. So think of that before you go out and pull the fire alarm for no reason. And those kids that did it when I was in elementary school got a Class 1 misdemeanor because they broke the state code. Yeah. So if you activate any fire alarms without a fire in any buildings in Virginia, you will get an automatic Class 1 misdemeanor. Yeah. That's why you don't pull fire alarms in public buildings. Here in my state, automatic Class 1 misdemeanor if you pull a fire alarm in a public building without a fire. Yeah, these are serious consequences if you pull the fire alarm in any public building. Those kids that did it when I was in elementary school have a Class 1 misdemeanor because they pulled the fire alarm with no fire. This is not funny. This is a very serious offense, sir, and it is against the state code. So, think twice before you go out and pull the fire alarm for no apparent reason. If you pull the fire alarm in school in this state, you can get suspended from school or expelled, and you can get arrested for reporting a false alarm. So don't pull the fire alarm at school or in any public place unless there is a real fire, or if you have permission to do it during a drill, or if you have permission to test the fire alarm system. But other than that, don't pull it. If you have permission to test it with people, or if you have permission to do it during a fire drill at school, you're allowed to pull it. Or if you see a fire, you're allowed to pull it. But if you're just pulling it for fun, you can't do that. And if any of you have been pulling the fire alarm for fun, you need to stop immediately. I mean, this is a very serious offense, sir, in the state of Virginia. I think in all 50 states, pulling fire alarms without a real fire is a Class 1 misdemeanor. I think in other states too, but here in Virginia, it is a Class 1 misdemeanor to pull a fire alarm without a real fire in a building. So, if those little children think it's funny to pull the fire alarm, they are wrong for sure. They got to get their head checked. This is very serious stuff. Kids need to stop treating fire alarms in buildings like toys. Fire alarms are life safety devices, not toys. But there's some kids out there that treat the fire alarm like a toy. And that's bad. The fire alarm is not a toy. It's never something to mess around with unless there is a real fire in a building. Tampering with any safety equipment is considered a felony. That includes fire alarms. So don't ever tamper with fire alarms in any way. Don't screw them or unscrew them and take them off the wall. Don't paint them. Don't lower the volume of them. Don't change the coding. Don't disable them. And definitely don't ever smash them. And don't pull them without a fire. Yeah. So this is a reason why you cannot be pulling fire alarms in public buildings when there's no fire. Bye.